I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars. And here we are again with nobody's favourite time of the week. It is our little ongoing boring contest, 2 truths, 1 lie.
Well, you say boring. Is it?
Well, I quite enjoy it.
Yeah. It's awfully fascinating.
Yeah. There's at least 2 facts.
I was going to say, it's percentage-wise, it's relatively jam-packed with facts.
True.
So yeah, true. Or is it?
I see what you did there. Yes.
I'm here all week. So we've got our cycle. We're stuck in it. It's, if we are to follow the theme, then I'll be getting a point this week. So we're at 15-14.
We are neck and neck once again. I'm keen to break the cycle. I think we need to do that. But you keep knowing things. You see, this is the problem.
I know. What a prick. Yeah.
Yes. You and your knowledge over there. It's getting right in the way.
Well, you knew one last week, so.
True. No, it's equally annoying on my part. Yes, I've probably at this point known as many as you have.
Yeah. So swings and roundabouts. So, you're going to be festooning me with statements.
It's my turn with the statements this week. You will need somewhere to make some notes.
I'm already there. You see, I'm all over it.
Oh, you know the form now. You know how this works.
I do.
Yes,
I do.
Indeed.
So
now, yes.
What have you got? Have you gone? Well, first off, you're a man for occasionally doing a theme. Have we got that?
That can happen on occasions. I do that, but not this week. They are 3 completely random. Little bit European, you could say, perhaps. But there isn't much connection between the 3 this week now.
Okay, that's fine. I mean,
that's all right.
I don't know if that helps or hinders.
I don't know if it helps or hinders.
I've got nothing to work with, really.
Nothing. We've got long and short this week as well. We've sort of got a long, a medium, and a short.
Oh, good. I'll look forward to typing those out.
The long one is particularly good. Yeah.
Bastard. Go on then.
Details and all that. Anyway, here we go. So, number 1. Saab engineers recorded over 300 breaking tree branches from Swedish forests to find the perfect organic sound for their indicator tick.
Blimey. Right. Go on. We're gonna need. I'm gonna need that again. I'm gonna be honest.
That's fine. That's fine. It's not packed with technical details, so you don't have to be bob on. But okay, Saab engineers.
Yep, got that bit.
Recorded over 300 breaking tree branches from Swedish forests.
Specifically Swedish forests. Very good. Okay.
To find the perfect organic sound for their indicator tick.
To find the perfect organic sound for their indicator. Right, I'm going to read that back because I think I've just about got that down. So, Saab engineers recorded over 300. That word I've tried to type there was breaking. I'm going to retype that. Breaking tree branches from Swedish forests to find the perfect organic sound for their indicator tick.
There you go.
All right. I mean, I'm not going to rule it out, but I'm not going to rule it in just yet. So.
Very wise.
Yeah.
Very wise.
Yeah. I'm non-committal, and for the record, I don't really know that one either. So.
Excellent news for all of us here.
Hmm.
That was the medium length one. The
I
next one
see.
is the long one.
Oh, lovely. Right, I'm ready.
Here we go. The Volkswagen Zephyr was the result of a collaboration with Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes providing the platform and the body from the W126 S-Class, and Volkswagen contributing its own design elements, the engine and transmission.
Bloody hell. Right. I've got, so far, the Volkswagen Zephyr was a result of a collaboration with Mercedes-Benz.
Okay. Mercedes providing the platform and body
Right,
from
hang
the
on.
W126 S-Class.
Mercedes, oh my God. Mercedes providing...
It hasn't got to be word perfect.
No, I appreciate that, but spelling the word providing wouldn't hurt. I mean, I got the word breaking wrong in the other one, so ruined.
Yeah, we hoped for more than that,
but Mercedes providing the
platform and body.
Platform and body, yep.
From the W126 S-Class.
From the W126 S-Class, yep.
And VW contributing some design elements, engine and transmission.
Oh, contributing some design elements. And was it the engine and transmission?
Engine and transmission, yeah.
God, blimey. Right, I'm gonna read that back to you if that's okay. The VW Zephyr was the result of a collaboration with Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes providing the platform and the body from the W126 S-Class, and VW contributing the some design elements and the engine and transmission. I see. I've heard of a VW Zephyr. And I think it was a concept of some sort, but I've got not much more than that. Okay, let's not dwell on it. Let's not dwell on it. We'll come back to it.
Okay. Number 3, this is the short one.
Okay, lovely.
The rarest colour for a Rover 75 is raisin brown.
The rarest colour for a Rover 75 was raisin brown, did you say?
Yes, I did say that, yes.
Oh, how have I... No, there we go. Raisin brown. The rarest colour for Rover 75 was raisin brown.
So that's your 3. Have a chew on those.
I'm not going to ask you anything about that, because I mean, I don't know much about the colour palette of the Rover 75, but I don't recall many brown ones, and it's one of those ones where my question was going to sort of hover around the fact again, was it actually brown, or was it one of those odd naming type things?
That can happen, yeah.
Yeah.
That can happen. They'll call it brown, but it's really green if you look closely and things like that. Yeah, that sort of thing does go on. Yes, Mercedes and their was smoke silver. No, it's gold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Good try.
Yes.
All right. So let's go to what was the first one? The Saab engineers with their breaking tree branches to
Saab engineers wandering around forests. Yes.
Interesting. I mean, there's over-engineering, and then there's being downright daft. I mean, I don't know whether this falls into the first category or the second. I'm going to be honest.
It's a fine line to tread, that.
It
Yes.
is. I mean, if, for example, it is true, you can see why they went out of business.
Well, yeah.
By spunking money on that sort of thing, you go, right, I get it. I understand why you're not any longer in business. Fine. Okay. I don't know on that one. I'm going to have to just make a gut feeling call on that shortly. Okay. VW Zephyr was a result. Collaboration with Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes did platform body, yeah, S-Class, blah, blah, blah. Right. Design elements fiddled with engine transmission from VW. Right. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm almost certain the Zephyr is a thing, but not production car. Prototype of some sort. Could it have been an S-Class mashup? Maybe. I don't know. There's some familiarity in this. I don't know if this is from a Mr. Porter book or not. I don't know. Maybe.
It's the sort of thing he talks about a lot, I'll grant you.
Yes, it's very much in his domain. Raisin brown on a Rover 75. I mean, a Rover 75 in brown. Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes. We could get on board with that. Yes.
We could. And like I said, I don't know anything about the colour palette for the car, but what I'm hoping for is some deeply glorious metallic brown. Off-putting for buyers to make it the rarest, but making it look the most regal of all.
Did you used to write brochures for Rover? That was top quality marketing nonsense. That was
bobbins of the highest order.
Really?
Yes.
That could be the tagline on this podcast.
No, it could. Oh yeah.
Bobbins of the highest order.
See, I don't know this one, but I'd like it to be true. Right. Right, back to Saab. Christ. If they sent people to do this, I would be livid if I was in charge.
Well, of course, GM were in charge, weren't they? So,
but mind you didn't specify when this happened.
That's true.
Although when GM were in charge, they often went off-piste, shall we say?
Yeah, there's lots of stories, isn't there, of them kind of going against their instructions and doing their own thing because they didn't feel what they were being given by GM was up to standard.
That's it. You go, right, use this platform. No. Use these parts. Oh, no.
Wasn't there one platform they were given that they changed so massively that even the wheelbase was different?
I believe that is correct.
I forget which vehicle they were given, but
that's not the same platform, is it now?
No, that's not what we gave you.
No. Oh God! But all of this is, well, this is just beating around the bush, isn't it?
Well, the tree, really.
Very good. I'm perplexed by these.
Good. Like that hasn't happened for a while.
No. Zephyr. Yes. Yes, it was a thing, but was it this thing? Bloody hell.
That's the question, isn't it? You can remember it exists, but you can't remember any details about it.
No, that's it. It's like I say, it's probably from a line on a page, and I've remembered a bit of it, but not actually anything of use. Rover in brown. Oh yeah.
Oh, we love a Rover 75 on this podcast, don't we? It's glorious. It's a proud and noble thing.
And my head is now it's like that. In my head, it's that sort of Porsche colour that they offered for a while. That macadamia. Oof, dirty.
Oh, naughty.
Yeah. All right. The one
you're going to be on Auto Trader later looking at Rovers. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can't rule it out. So. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Do I go with the obvious answer, or do I go against the grain? And just to be clear, the obvious answer here is a Rover in brown would be true. A Zephyr is true because I've heard of the name, and Saab being forest pervs is probably a step too far. Yeah, go on then. Saab false, VW true, Rover true.
Final answers?
Yeah, I got nothing really to go on there other than gut instinct and the briefest bit of knowledge on a Zephyr.
Okay, so you're locking those in.
I'm locking it in, and I'm who knows? Is the cycle broken, or do we roll around again?
That's what everyone wants to know now, isn't it? Are we gonna continue our cycle? Are you gonna get this point? Well, they were good enough this week to make you really think about them.
Oh yeah,
which is nice.
Right, but yeah.
Well, do you get a point? Yes, you do.
I mean, I'm pleased that I get a point, but for the love of God.
Yes. How have you done that?
Right. So, what we'll come back to the ones that are true, but the Saab thing, is there any truth in that? Because that seems like fucking insanity.
It is, in fact, completely true, except that it was Volvo, not Saab.
Righto, that's... It's a wonder they're still in business, to be honest, so yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, indeed. I thought I'd make it Saab because they were known for just going to ridiculous lengths.
That's it. I'm just having a little bit of a Google here now. Yeah. Oh, it's really... So when...
But it was, in fact, not Saab, it was Volvo.
When did they do this then?
Oh, I think it was quite early on. I think we're sort of talking 1940s, 1950s, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I found quite a few articles going, yes, they did do it, but no one's saying, oh no, hang on. No, that was they did put a date in there, but that's completely unrelated.
I didn't save the link to my source material, but I recall it was quite early on. It wasn't. Yeah,
no, that's
not
fine.
Doing it now.
No, that's okay. Right, let's get on to the Zephyr.
Yeah, the VW Zephyr. It was indeed a concept, as you remembered. It's from the early 90s. VW were toying with the idea of entering the sort of premium segment. Way before the Phaeton was a thing. And they did a deal with Mercedes, who said, well, here's one of our S-classes, have a crack on that. And if you Google it, it's a slightly tragic looking thing.
I'm on it as we speak.
It's an S-class, but with sort of the front end of a Passat, and it's a bit strange.
It looks awful.
Yeah, it's like an S-Class, only not as good, which is kind of what it was.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
I'm all right. That looks.
yeah.
I mean, I know it's a concept, but that looks like a back alley bodge job. That one.
It's very. I mean, obviously, we're used to what the S-Class looks like, but yeah, it was a bit strange. The Zephyr was sort of planned as a sort of people's S-Class, sort of, the luxury and the space and everything, but at a lower price point and with, less powerful engines and, a VW badge instead of a Mercedes badge and things like that.
I wonder why it never
It was,
caught on.
yeah, strange. It was going to have sort of simpler engines, simpler interior, fabric options and things like that. But in the end, VW decided that getting into the premium sector wasn't really what they were looking to do. They would be sort of competing with the sister company Audi. And apparently the program was frozen in 1991, and that was the end of it. So it was a short-lived concept, a short-lived collaboration between VW and Mercedes.
Interesting.
So that was absolutely true. It is interesting, actually. It's not a looker, but it is quite an interesting idea.
Yeah, it's a collaboration.
And you can sort of see the
expect.
germ of what the Phaeton became.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they should have gone with their original instinct of going, we shouldn't be in this sector, because while the Phaeton was quite an impressive car, it was a colossal failure.
It was a colossal failure, and they are now absolutely dirt cheap to buy. But there is a reason for them being dirt cheap to buy, because it was a relatively low volume car. You simply cannot get parts for them.
Yes, that is a massive problem. It's an awful lot of car for the money.
It looks like the bargain of the century. But if anything breaks, you've pretty much had it, because there just are no bits for it.
No, this is
and
true.
Because it was all bespoke, it was all for the Phaeton. So it's not like you can go and get a bit off a Passat or something. It's all specific to the Phaeton. So if it breaks, unless you can find another Phaeton to take bits off, you've had it.
So, for instance, you can have one.
Have you had a look?
Yeah. I mean, if you're absolutely desperate and wish to be ruined, £2,400.
For a Phaeton.
And there's a couple to choose at that price point.
Wasn't that like $100,000 car when it was new?
With the big engine, yes. Like all the ones I'm looking at here are the 3-litre V6 diesels. There aren't any of the beefy engines.
Right. No, they've probably all broken. It's such a shame, and it's such a sort of sad story, really, that they've ended up like that. But yeah, they are the price they are because they're a huge gamble. You just can't get bits for them at any price. So if it breaks, you're stuck with it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Which is, I guess, why nobody will pay more than a couple of grand for one.
That's it, and it's
a real shame, because it's a lovely thing.
Yeah. But yeah, don't buy these ones. My God.
Well, it's just I probably wouldn't buy any of the ones that are on the market now.
No, I'm just skimming through all of these, and you just get there's absolutely just nothing here that would compel me to buy them, because there's no decent history. Some of them have got quite high mileage. But no description in the adverts. Like, oh dear.
Well, they've been cheap for a while, so I think people have just bought them and run them into the ground.
Yeah, and all the ones.
It's a real shame. It's
just
not what people wanted from VW. I think they just misunderstood their own direction of travel, really.
No, so just for instance, Auto Trader has 9 for sale, and not one of them goes into 5 figures.
There we go. Yes. Yes, that is the problem. And had the Zephyr been made, I suspect it would have gone much the same way.
I think the only thing that may have saved it as being a large portion of it would have been Mercedes, so there would have at least been some bits kicking about. But
true, the W126 isn't hard to maintain. No, that's true. But yes, with the Phaeton, because everything on it was bespoke, you've just got no chance now because it just didn't make them in big enough numbers.
Yes. Okay, that's a good one. And Raisin Brown.
The dear old Rover 75, and it is indeed, if you look at it, it's Razen. It's not raisin as in the shriveled up grape. It's
that's what I wrote.
Yes, I thought you might. Razen, and it is indeed a deep metallic kind of reddy brown.
Let's spell this correctly, and I might stand a chance.
Yeah, you'll find it.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll do, won't it?
That with a cream interior. Oh,
naughty. Oh, someone's got a 45 of that on as well.
Okay. Yeah, I doubt the colour was unique to 75. They didn't have that kind of money.
No. So yeah, that is pretty cool.
I know what the second rarest colour is as well, bizarrely.
Oh, go on.
Primrose yellow.
Oh, now that would have been a bold choice. Primrose yellow. Let's have a look.
Yes, I'm surprised that wasn't the rarest colour.
Primrose yellow Rover 75. It doesn't suit it, does it?
No, it doesn't work at all. The brown is much better. Doesn't work in yellow at all.
No, you're gonna have to keep that. I'm afraid that's a no from me.
I'll have mine in brown.
Oh yeah. No, that's good. And it's quite acceptable to do that because I mean, brown is an awkward colour for a car. And
it is,
to quote James May,
it's
one of my favourite phrases of his from I think it was from one of his newspaper columns. It was like, brown is not the colour of progress.
Exactly, which is why it works on a Rover 75.
Perfect on the Rover 75, yeah.
Yes, because that was not a car of progress either. It was very much looking backwards.
It was, and mind you, it's what everyone wanted. We've discussed before how much of a hit it was, particularly at the motor show at its unveiling.
Oh, it was a huge success. Yeah, it was a huge success, and it just came a little bit too late for them. But the Rover 75 is a good car.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, sadly nobody noticed.
No, well, certainly not enough people anyway.
Not enough people noticed to save them. It is a shame. But yes, there you go. If you're going to have one, maybe have a look for Raisin Brown.
Although I'm assuming slim pickings.
Yes, very.
You got a number?
I mean, they're becoming slim pickings as it is. I don't have a number, I'm afraid. No.
Okay.
Sorry to disappoint there. Normally I have data like that at my fingertips, but on this occasion I do not. I think data on the sort of later Rover production is a little bit difficult to come by.
Yeah. Like I can understand that.
Yeah. But no, I don't have any numbers on that. But I would suggest, I mean, picking up a Rover 75 at all now, it's slim pickings. But getting one in the right colour, even harder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. I think you've excelled there.
I thought I was going to have you there. I really did. I thought Saab was going to tip you over because I thought, well, it's the sort of thing they did.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah, shame.
Well, good try.
But next time you turn on the indicators in a Volvo, although it would probably have to be quite an old Volvo, I don't know what you would be doing in a classic Volvo, but
having a whale of a time.
You'd be having a good time. Yes, we'll pop you in a P1800 and send you on your way with your little indicator flashing, and you can enjoy the sound of snapping twigs all the way.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, that's no. Well done. I apologise.
You've been apologising a lot lately.
Yeah, I do. But I do genuinely apologise there. That was again. It was just a big old guess.
Yeah, big old guess that happened to go your way. Yes, damn you, sir.
Mm.
Oh well, the pattern continues.
It does. It does. So we're 16-14, and then next week you get a point, and we carry on.
We'll tighten that up again, and we'll keep going. Yes.
Yeah.
And on the subject of the Rover 75, there are currently only 8 on Auto Trader. That's really disappointing. They're starting to disappear.
That's interesting. So we got 9 Phaetons, but only 8 Rover 75s.
Yeah, it turns out the Rover 75 is now becoming a rarer car than the VW Phaeton. You see, that's the kind of analysis and deep data that you do not get elsewhere.
Oh no, that's yeah, that's the sort of pervy nonsense you only can get at a place like this.
No. Absolutely, it's a service we provide. This stuff, you know.
It's now. Last week, I think it was last week. Trouble is, they all blur into one. Basically, we ended an episode.
They're going at a hell of a rate, I'll give you that.
Yeah, we ended an episode where I teased a hypothesis.
Oh, you did? Yes.
And unless you've got anything you want to overrule with, I was going to go with that.
You can go with that. There is some car news, but it can keep. It's not going away.
All right. Well, that's all right. We can park that and revisit the news next week. So we've
circle back round, if you will.
Yes, that'd be nice. So we've not had any sort of Bond completely dedicated episodes, but we've touched on it a few times.
Well, we're supposed to be reviewing License to Kill next, but neither of us has watched it, so.
No, but we do have a bit of Christmas on the way, so that would suggest we might have slightly more free time than usual.
A good point. There may be an opportunity. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We could sneak that in. So what I was thinking, and I don't know where it came from. It was one of those. I think it was some idle flicking of a social media app, and I saw something. I was like, and it sent me off on a train of thought about Bond actors and their stints of films. So I hypothesized that if an actor were lucky enough to stick around in order to make at least 3 Bond films, which we know we've got a few contenders here. So we've got Connery, Moore, Brosnan, and Craig, all of which have had a third outing, and everyone's had more than 3 in that particular bunch of chaps. But what
the fellas, if you will.
So what I was thinking, and I was going to put to you, was that their third outings are the biggest crowd pleasers. Discuss.
Well, discuss indeed. It's a very interesting point. So let's just name the films we are talking about in this category then. So we have Goldfinger. We have The Spy Who Loved Me.
Oh, yes.
We have The World Is Not Enough. And we have Skyfall.
Correct.
Now, I would say each of those is a strong entry in the series.
Yes.
straight away.
I agree entirely. I think if it's difficult, isn't it?
It is difficult.
We've overthought it. So I think maybe
Obviously.
maybe we would agree on one, possibly two of those films. That being being our favourite of that particular actor.
I don't know that that's the case.
It's possible. So
yeah,
well,
they're certainly contenders.
So, but what I think for your average non-perv like us,
yes,
I think all four of those are unquestionably the crowd pleaser.
I think they're a good time in the cinema. I mean, certainly there's no arguing that Goldfinger doesn't fit into that category. I mean, that was a colossal success. That was the first time the Bond series really went insane. Reaction to Goldfinger was just massive.
Yeah, that catapulted it into a different league. And
yeah,
the same could be said for The Spy Who Loved Me, because Roger,
yes,
he had two outings, reasonable reception, but not gushing.
Certainly the Man with the Golden Gun didn't, which I still don't understand.
I don't get that myself.
It didn't have a great. It didn't do as well. Don't get that at all.
No,
but
no.
There you go. Sometimes these things are not explainable.
Mm.
But certainly, Spy Who Loved Me was massive. I wouldn't say necessarily Goldfinger massive, but it was almost a bit of a reboot for the series. At that point, Harry Saltzman had left the producing partnership. It was the first film Cubby produced on his own, and it was a huge production.
Massive.
Yeah, it was the film they built the 007 stage at Pinewood for, because there simply weren't studio facilities anywhere in the world that could house the kind of set they wanted to build. And I think it contains all the key elements for a successful Bond film. It's got it all. Is it? I don't necessarily think it's Roger's strongest, but it's got to be up there. Certainly, it was the one. It was the one he liked best.
I think it's I think he liked it best, and I think your average crowd liked it best as well.
I agree.
I think probably, like for you and I, we would probably have a bit of back and forth, and sort of say it's either going to be For Your Eyes Only or Octopussy that are the better ones for us.
Agree entirely. I would probably, from a personal perspective, pick one of those. But I think in terms of a general crowd pleaser, the bank holiday favourite, I would say Spy Who Loved Me has got it going on.
Yes.
So yes, I think for Roger, I think the third perhaps was the most appealing for the crowds.
Yep.
Now, dear old Brozza, who this very week has teased us. He has teased us once again with a little Bond-like appearance.
Yes, he has. Yes, you sent me that particular little gem, didn't you?
I did. It's wonderful. I really like it. We're referring, of course, to the fact that Brosnan has done a commercial for Giorgio Armani. It's just a little clip, but he's playing a very Bond-like, an older, but a very Bond-like character driving an E38 7 Series, which is not going to have been an accident.
No, someone will have thought about that.
Yes, the the presence of that vehicle particularly will have been done. I think he's really enjoying teasing the world with the possibility that he might return. Not that I think for 1 minute he will. I think he's just quite enjoying playing with the idea.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's just he's just having a bit of a piss take at the moment, isn't he?
I think he is. I think. Well, I mean, he has said that. He said in a recent interview that Bond is. The phrase he used was "Bond is now another man's job," but some involvement in the new project would be entertaining.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice of phrase, isn't it?
Yes. I think they should have him as M, personally. But anyway, we digress from his third entry. The World Is Not Enough. Which, yes. Now, is that more... I think the question with him is that more of a crowd pleaser than GoldenEye?
Now,
that's a tough call, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. It is a tough call. But I think it's it's really difficult, but I genuinely think it may well be.
I think it perhaps feels... I don't quite know if this is the right word. It feels a little bit more refined than GoldenEye.
Well, we've discussed before that the production levels are in a different league, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. GoldenEye was kind of very much not only finding their way with a new actor, but, can Bond still work in the 90s? Can we find a way to still make this relevant? Bond had been off our screens for 6 years. A lot happened in that time. And it was a bit of a gamble. I think there's a slight air of perhaps cautiousness to some of it. They were, very keen to say Bond is back. World Is Not Enough feels a bit more comfortable in its own skin, if that makes sense, as does Brosnan.
Yeah,
in the role.
Awfully confident, exceptional story, good actors.
Yeah.
It had it all.
Superb music. The music really lets down GoldenEye, in my opinion. By the time World Is Not Enough came around, we had David Arnold. I think it's just, as a package, I think it's probably stronger for me.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Does that make it more of a crowd pleaser than GoldenEye? Maybe, yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think there's an argument for that.
Yep. Okay. So thus far, 3 for 3 by the sound of it, from a casual observer point of view.
Yeah, I think so. So let's look at old Danny then. Let's call him Danny.
Yeah. Well, we're on first name terms. That's fine now, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, our old mate. And Skyfall.
I don't think this is even up for debate.
Well, you cannot ignore Casino Royale, which, in my opinion, is a damn near perfect film.
Oh, it's a good one. Oh, don't get me wrong. It is good.
Yeah. But I also think there's an argument that Casino Royale was made for the real Bond fans, the hardcore Bond fans, to say, we've finally got that one. We can finally do it. We can finally do Casino Royale, the film we've all been waiting for, the one they could never get. And I think it was a bit of a... I don't say you have to know a lot about the history of it to enjoy the film.
No.
But I think there's more layers to it if you do know some of the history.
Yes, you are correct.
Whereas Skyfall doesn't really fit into... I mean, it sort of fits into the story arc of the 5 Daniel Craig films, but it does very much stand alone. You could watch that on its own.
Yep.
You could also remove it from the other 5, from the 5, and the other 4 would still make sense.
Yes. Yeah. There's no.
It's very much the kind of the one standalone in his 5 films. And I mean, I adore Skyfall. It's one of my favourites of the whole series.
Yes. Yep. Which does make my case really, because while, like you say, Casino Royale is essentially a masterpiece. It's not necessarily for... I mean, the casual fan enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong; it did exceptionally well. But I don't think it's probably an ending that they didn't enjoy. Whereas Skyfall is more of a traditional Bond film in terms of its narrative and conclusion.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Casino Royale was very much a film that was meant to be the start of a multi-film story arc. Skyfall very much resolves its story all in one movie. It obviously has a very sad ending, but yeah, it probably is more of a general crowd pleaser than Casino.
Yes, I think so.
Quantum exists only to get us from Casino and into the rest of the story. It's a bit of glue, isn't it? Really, it doesn't.
No, and we've always said, watch it as one.
Yeah,
Casino
and
Royale.
it works much better. Yeah, it does work much better. Yeah, I think your premise could well be correct, that the third film is the biggest crowd pleaser. At least that does seem to have been the case.
So, if only we'd have got the proposed Dalton film.
Oh, yeah, the lost Bond film. Yeah, I mean, they had started work on it. It was going to be a thing, but yeah.
Yes, there was. It had a few stories, didn't it? And there was some. What was it? It was a working title of Property of a Lady.
The Property of a Lady, which was a Fleming short story, and of course, which appears in Octopussy.
Yes.
They give Octopussy a little backstory where Bond knew her father, and there was a whole thing there. That little snippet is from The Property of a Lady. The Property of a Lady was a short story that centered around Bond having been sent after this agent who disappeared, and anyway, it was a whole thing. Yes, it was rumored that they were sort of going to expand on that, and do that story with Dalton, but yeah, who knows? There have been rumors of there actually being a sort of first draft of a script.
Yeah, I've read various things about it, and there's sort of a lot of it centering around sort of Hong Kong and China.
Right. Yeah.
And it sounds feasible, but obviously you have no idea really.
No, And of course, Cubby did ask Dalton to return in GoldenEye, but he declined. He felt it had been too long, and well, he said he would. I believe the story is that he said he would do one more out of loyalty to Cubby, but he wouldn't do any more. And Cubby said, "Well, no, if you're coming back, I want you for 4 or 5." And he said, "No, I'm not. That's too big a commitment. I'll give you one more, but I'm not doing any more than that." And Cubby said, "Okay, well then we'll have to part ways." But I believe they stayed friends.
Yes, there was something recently that I read online that there was supposedly some sort of rift between the two, and actually Dalton put it to bed by saying, "No, this is nonsense," and then accompanied them to some social thing and said, "No, this is absolutely daft. We're still firm friends."
I saw this as well. I saw a photo of Cubby and Dana Broccoli with Dalton and Mariam Dabo from Living Daylights, and they were going out to dinner somewhere.
Yeah,
and it was all sort of smiley and friendly, and in fact, as part of that, and I find this actually quite shocking, I read that Dalton was the only one of the Bond actors who attended Cubby's funeral.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
in '96, even though Brosnan was playing Bond by that point, because Cubby died between GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yes, yeah, of course, because obviously the credits in Tomorrow Never Dies reflect that. I'm surprised that Brosnan and Roger didn't rock up.
I'm quite surprised that Roger didn't attend. Yeah, because they were great friends. I could understand Connery not turning up because he was, that had very much gone off the boil. But I believe they did make it up just before Cubby died. But I was really shocked to read that. If that's true, that's not good.
No, not great. I mean, well, like I said, allegedly, nothing to base it on properly. We got no cold hard facts there.
No, probably one of those things that would be hard to find out about. But I have read that, yeah. But
okay.
Anyway, bringing it back to your original premise, I think there's evidence to suggest you might be right.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm fairly confident, but it would be interesting to get some other people's thoughts. Do let us know. I know some people go, "Well, why are they talking about Bond? I can't be arsed with it." But a few people actually engage. So
yes,
feel free
let us know what you think.
To engage. Yeah, no, it is very interesting. Okay, all right. That's another bit of Bond tackled. So we promise it's back to car news next week then.
Well, there's definitely some car news I'd like to discuss, yes, but there's always time for a bit of Bond.
Yeah, okay. There's always time. I've got a bit of car news for next week as well, so yeah, let's do that. Let's resume entirely normal service and have it automotive from start to finish.
Wow, vroom vroom. Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.